Aaron Rodgers doing the injuries, it's like he can't help certain things. So it's like I don't know who to blame in the situation, but
you pretty much just blame Aaron Rodgers,
right? Then he just kind of blame Aaron Rodgers.
You know what
I don't know who to blame.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What it is, fam. It's the Win Column Cast. Kev, Wink, Dev. This is your boy Kev. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, man. What's up?
What's going on, this Dev? How y'all doing?
what's going on, fam? It's your boy Wink.
Yeah, not this time. Y'all don't get the round this
because
time.
I'm about to make them think.
There we go. Just had to get it out of him real fast. So look, last week, that's how long it took us to go ahead and do this. This is now a week ago.
It ain't my fault.
1 week ago, we had the first round of the draft, man, and a lot of people's consensus worst drafts, or one of the worst drafts, happens to be the Green Bay Packers. And we could talk a lot about the drafts at the end of the day, but man, like when we have a resident Packers fan on this subject, it'd be crazy not to just go ahead and just talk about this Packers situation, because it's a big story. Jordan Love, the Packers came up and traded for their quarterback of the future while in the NFC Championship last year. What do you think about that, Wayne?
Oh man, I don't know. I consider myself I'm a Giant at heart. Y'all know I'm a Giant fan, but I watch so many damn Packers games. I feel like I'm a damn Packers fan. But man, just seeing it, it don't make no sense to me, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers is only 36. 36.
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
36.
so it's like he got 4 more years. He got 4 more years left on the contract. He just re-signed. Like, dog. there's no way you trading him. The cap penalty would be ridiculous. Like, I've seen it happen with Aaron Rodgers, like with Brett Favre, but dog, this is just not the situation. Like, Brett Favre was at the back end of his career talking, not the back end, but but every time he came to the Packers, year in and year out, at the end, it was, is he gonna stay? Is he gonna come? Like, we know Aaron Rodgers is here to stay. Aaron Rodgers is the Packers. Like, dog, it just makes no sense.
So let's get to my man Devin, the Packers fan, man.
Yeah, man, I am the resident Packers fan. Die hard Brett Favre fan, made me a Packers fan and all that. So, yeah, man, just kind of dive on in. I do believe we had one of the worst drafts this year. To draft Jordan Love in the first round, when, like we said, you had a team who went 13-3. However, I don't think it was, throughout the year. If you're close to me, I would say that it's not a real 13-3. Had a lot of issues, a lot of close games. However, we did make it to the NFC Championship game, and to not go ahead and add on to the right now rather than looking for the future, I believe was just a total mistake. After we drafted Jordan Love, I felt like the next day I was gonna maybe feel a little bit better, as though we might go receiver. So as we did go into the second round and picked up A.J. Dillon, Boston College running back, it just kind of infuriated me more. So then I'm thinking, okay, cool, let's see what we're going to do in the third round. And then we go out there and get Josiah the girl who, tight end or whatnot, but more run blocking. I did watch a little bit more tape on him to see he had a little bit of hands, a little bit of speed, but as I'm hearing that he might actually be moving to more of like a fullback kind of role, which I'm just not understanding how any of this at all is helping us to go ahead and get over that hump. As far as the hump with the 49ers, where they ran over 300 yards on us in the NFC Championship game, or to just having anybody else besides Devontae Adams. Besides Devontae Adams, the next person had 48 less catches, 48, something like that, less catches than Devontae. Like,
and damn, how many games did he miss?
He missed 4.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So just that number right there alone just lets you know what's going on. And then a friend of mine, Weston, my homeboy Weston, 48 more catches than the next guy.
And missed 4 games.
That's just wild to me, man. And then my homeboy Weston gave me some stats, was though, Aaron Rodgers is top 10 in passing touchdowns and has only thrown to one first-round receiver in his whole entire career, which also ranks 10 on that list.
But I mean, y'all also have been so good in the second round.
We have.
Y'all have got great production from the position without drafting in the first round.
We have Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Randall Cobb, Devontae also all came in the second round. So yeah, we definitely do have that, history of being able to do better in the second round. However, this is just a year of just wide receivers where,
and that's an old regime too. That you drafted all those receivers.
Right, exactly. So with new GM coming in, I just kind of felt like Goodness was going to go ahead and give us a better chance to, work on that 13-3 season, having still to me one of the best best quarterbacks in the league. The GOAT, best of all time. I want, Brady's the GOAT, just because of the accolades, but the best quarterback I've ever seen with my eyes, of course, up until the early of what we've seen with Patrick Mahomes is Aaron Rodgers, and to kind of, push him out the door per se a little bit, or kind of put some heat on him is kind of ridiculous to me at this time.
Yeah, I mean, so my question is, from your perspective as a Packers fan, Wink, feel free to jump in there too, just on some ideas with this. Like, I understand wide receiver, but outside of that, like, what are some of the other things you felt like y'all could have done? Like, you said stopping the run as well. Like, what kind of things did you feel like you missed out on in this draft?
Yeah, I mean,
other than receiver.
We lost Blake Martinez, who, had like 130, 140 tackles last year. So showing up that defense was, though, again, the 49ers ran up 300 yards on us in the NFC Championship game. So it just solely shows you that we needed help stopping the run. You know what I mean? Also, but not even on the defensive end. On offense, we losing Byron Balaga. We could have went offensive tackle. I wouldn't even been mad at that. Not kind of ideal for me, but I wouldn't have been mad at that at all. So I don't know, man. Stopping that run was very, very big to me. Had some great pass rush with the pickup of Preston Smith and also Darius Smith. So just kind of showing up that run defense also would have been a nice little thing to see.
Okay.
Maybe Patrick Queen, even though some folks don't really like him too much.
Oh man, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
I won't even be mad at him. You know what I'm saying?
Fight this for so long. Yeah, man, I don't even want to have this Patrick Queen discussion again. I'm already arguing with too many people in the comments about that shit, man. Like, goddamn. But nah. So I wanted to get that perspective because as a Packers fan, people who are listening who are Packers fans, I just wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, I want them to hop in the comments as well, you know what I mean? Because honestly, it is kind of bizarre the draft that y'all had, but the biggest deal is Jordan Love, though, man. Like, they talk about this being like when y'all drafted Aaron Rodgers, but my issue with that is you traded up for Jordan Love, and I'm not sure if he was the same kind of quarterback coming out that Aaron Rodgers was, where Aaron Rodgers didn't fall for reasons of like talent, ability, mind, things of that, or rawness. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, why do him like that? Why they doing A-Rod like that?
To be honest, I don't know. I really don't like these kind of comparisons as far as like the Brett Favre, when that happened back with him, and then compared to Aaron Rodgers now. Aaron Rodgers was, first 1A or 1B best quarterback in the draft that year with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
So, he just actually so happened to fall down to the Packers, picked him up. On top of that, Brett Favre was threatening retirement for like 2-3 years in a row, missing training camp. So we already knew he had that one step out the door and, kind of did everything we could for him. This instance right here, Aaron Rodgers coming off of back-to-back 4,000 yards, single-digit interceptions. Prior to that, he had a down year, but he broke his collarbone. But before that, he had like 4,400 yards. So, I mean, football, who the best, quarterbacks in the league are. And to kind of put him in a situation right now where, like, again, he was just so close to getting to that Super Bowl at least. Again, I don't believe we was a true 13-3 team to be an honest Packer fan, but, building on what we had there could have been a definite piece for us.
Is Aaron Rodgers still really that good, Wink?
Yes and no, but I'm gonna be the one to go. Why they doing A-Rod like that? I'll be the objective. Why A-Rod doing them like that? Because I've been through the thick and thin with the Packers with my man D. Will. My man was hollering. We can't stop nobody. We keep giving up all these points, and like the last 3 drafts, it's like I could just remember Kevin King like what is it? Jair Alexander, Josh Jackson, Darnell Savage is like, so they went that way, but then it's like, so it's like they didn't put the offense around because like Aaron Rodgers is that great that he can make it better. You know what I mean? But it's like it was the coach. It's a lot of things that came into this.
What you mean it was the coach?
He kind of got stale over time with Mike
Oh,
McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
And now you got LaFleur there.
LaFleur.
So it's like,
whatever the hell I want to call it. So.
yeah, this man's first year. So Aaron Rodgers doing the injuries. It's like he can't help certain things. So it's like I don't know who to blame in the situation, but
you pretty much just blame
Aaron Rodgers, right? Then he just kind of blame Aaron Rodgers.
You know
I don't know who to blame.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I always talk about how we need help on the defensive side of the ball. Numbers off the top of my head. I mean, we only had 2 top 10 defenses since Aaron Rodgers been been a quarterback of the Packers. One of those seasons we actually went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. Besides that, yeah, you bring up some names. Darnell Savage, young bull who was kind of showing himself last year. I actually like him a lot. Kevin King, injury all throughout his career.
And
so
the defensive free agency you got. Y'all had a massive defensive
Smith Corporation. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like that. I definitely like them two getting up there. But however, my main thing was stopping the run. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't do that. If you had 2 legs, you could run onto the Packers defense.
But didn't they start out the season as a good run defense?
Yeah, but they were top 5 run defense in Devin lives at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Like,
but it kind of was like I like to bring up scheduling, who we're playing and stuff like that. So as we were playing, it is the schedule kind of favored to our defense and what we had going on. Mitchell Trubisky early on, you know what I'm saying? I can't think off the top of my head who else would play early on in the season, but it just lended to us. And like I said, all throughout last year, I knew he wasn't a real 13-3 team. You know what I'm saying? I was praying on every God I could pray on that Seattle would beat the 49ers in that last game of the season, second last game of the season, so we get that first round bye and home field advantage. But it is what it is. I just don't know why they treat A-Rod like this, but it's not him, yo. It's not him whatsoever. I'm nervous. I don't know.
So
what's
you
gonna
look
happen.
at it. You do kind of see it like if they drafted Jordan Love, it's for a reason, and they must want Aaron Rodgers out of here in a couple years. You don't think it's just a quarterback is falling to us whenever he's ready to go. We need to make sure we have one.
Nah, the fact that
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I do. Well,
yeah. You don't trade a first and a 4th round. You just let the guy fall to you and just say you were gifted with him. Like you basically went out here and bought the present. You know what I mean? You didn't just get gifted.
Nah, I agree that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it at all. You know what I mean? Like the fact that, like you said, if you would have fell to him, or if we kind of would have did some other things in later rounds, it would have made me feel a little bit better. Because like I said, after the first night, I was like, all right, it's over. He a Packer. Let's see what's up with him. How good is he? Second day, third day, we're gonna see how we actually draft some folks, and we still didn't draft this though to help Aaron Rodgers out. 36 receivers went in this year's draft. We don't get
the
one.
deepest receivers classes, and like when I hear stuff like that, I'm a skeptic, so I come in wanting to disprove it. I'm familiar with Judy, but I still watch him. I'm familiar with CD, but I still watch him, and then I watch, I watch Ruggs. And then I watch Jefferson. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man, it's just
and
crazy.
I watch more. I watch Mims. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And before you know it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is not a game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good receivers in this draft, and y'all don't get one of them.
Yeah, not at all. Like I said, it was some studs early on in that draft who you knew was gonna get took.
I like what's his name from USC? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What's his name? Michael Patterson.
Is it Patterson?
The dude who his father played in the league before him.
I'm not sure. I can't think right now. But yeah, man, Judy. You already knew Judy, Ruggs, and Lamb was gonna go early on, so I kind of had my heart set on Denzel Mims, who I definitely am a big fan of, big body, and then also T. Higgins out of Clemson. So I just kind of figured, within that, and also I apologize, Jefferson. I figured he was gonna go as well from LSU. So
I really liked him when I was watching him.
Exactly,
He got a lot of talent.
Yeah, Vikings got him. Shout out to Reese, big Vikings fan. So he was happy to get him. So I just don't, I just don't see how, if you're looking to kind of go ahead and build on right now, and even besides Aaron Rodgers, what does that show for the rest of the team? Whereas though you had Aaron Jones, who had the year he had with, I think, second in the league in touchdowns, 1,100 plus yards rushing. And he had a spectacular season. It's like, you don't think we can go back and do this again. So I just think it sends a bad message throughout the entire team for real.
Sends a bad message to the entire team.
I think so. Not just Aaron Rodgers, because again, 13-3 NFC Championship game. You just need a few pieces to actually get over that hump. We have Aaron Rodgers. He's the sole reason why we're always in the Super Bowl conversation. You take him away from the team, then no one talks about the Green Bay Packers at all. So the fact that you don't help build on him and what he can do as a great quarterback kind of baffles me.
I mean, I feel like, just to wrap it up, I just want to ask you, like, are you gonna be okay though?
Hey, I'm gonna be good. I'm a Packer. You know what I mean? To the day I die, regardless of what happens. Full disclosure, I think he's gonna go ahead and play out his contract. But after that, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll be, kind of surprised if he does.
All right, so let's really wrap it up like that. How many years he got left in his contract?
4.
Give me your gut. Will he or will he not definitively finish his contract?
Yes.
Will he finish his contract?
Yeah, I believe he'll all the way to that 4th year, and then that's when Jordan Love is gonna.
I gotta go with no.
Wait,
you gonna ask for a trade?
Because y'all just now said that it's 4 years left.
Yeah.
So because he's a first round quarterback, you're gonna get 4 years plus the 5. It ain't no way they gonna
Let Jordan Love sit.
Yeah,
on that
it's no way that you're gonna take the 5th year option for the first year that he played, when that's the most money he's gonna make in his career. Aaron Rodgers ain't finishing that contract.
Right. I just in my soul feel like he's going to finish it. I also feel like that something, but still, I feel like something else is going to happen. Whereas though we got to make some kind of splash within this, in the trade market, or bring somebody to us. If it's not this year, sometime soon next year. But I don't know. My gut says he's going to finish out his contract.
My gut just said something different, man. I just felt the weight come over me. I was like, damn. Aaron Rodgers probably gonna play for a different team, bro.
Yeah, it might be. I'm not knocking that.
Because you're not taking that 5th year if you haven't seen that kid play yet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But who's to say Aaron Rodgers don't win the Super Bowl next year or this year,
and then they trade
Jordan Love?
Right? Yeah, that could happen too.
Some Bill Belichick type stuff.
Yeah, that could happen as well. That could happen as well for sure. I mean, we seeing first round quarterbacks get traded like it ain't nothing.
That might be what LaFleur was thinking about. Let me light this fire.
It don't make any sense.
It don't.
You want to try to make sense. I mean,
you just can't foresee it. And nobody
it could be an angle, but it wouldn't make sense if it was.
The only thing I could think, like I said, if they had some kind of trade in the works, but there's just no talks of it. I just don't know what could be going on right now. And I just feel bad for Aaron Rodgers as well, because you see all these other guys, getting help. The Patrick Mahomes, they got their nice little fleet.
He's young. He's not making $100 million yet.
Drew Brees, he gets his help. They even go out there and sign Emmanuel Sanders.
But that took a while. Drew Brees has been throwing to Michael Thomas.
And
tagging.
Right.
And then also
anybody take Michael
Alvin
Thomas.
Kamara. Then
they underused Alvin Kamara. They act like Taysom Hill is that damn running back.
They did, and just signed him too. But I just feel like other quarterbacks at least get something. You know what I mean? Tom Brady with Belichick, they at least brought in Ocho
Cinco. Yeah, he had some times.
Antonio Brown,
not recently though.
They brought in Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? At least brought in Demaryius Thomas. You know what I mean? To at least see what they could do. Mm-hmm. We don't do none of that. So
it's coming. Y'all got Funches. Like y'all ain't get Funches. Damn.
I'm naming Hall of Famers that folks don't want after, and you bring up Devin Funches. Yeah, who remember them?
I mean, they had Jimmy Graham last year.
Yo, come on, don't bring up Jimmy. Like I said, man, Wink don't watch.
Jay Sternberger, man.
Out of 16 games last year, Wink done watched at least 15 games with me, and he knows how much I despise Jimmy Graham. And there's no hand and no separation.
We all know that. Yeah, it was bad though.
It was just bad. He underplayed his contract for sure, which also just kind of goes to show where we try to do something, but.
So let's do some draft rapid fire real quick. I feel like we just talked about the Packers for a minute. Everybody talking about the Cowboys in the East now after but wait. How you feel about your Giants? Are your Giants going to be able to compete with what everybody is saying the Cowboys instantly are?
Oh man, we had a great draft. You know what I mean? We drafted for now and we drafted for the future. You know what I mean? In Gettleman I trust now. Believe that. But
you gonna regret that.
I don't know, man. It's Joe Judge. Joe Judge is the main reason. Like that guy is he hasn't even named one single player on the Giants right now. You know he hasn't named not one player. Basically saying that anybody could be replaced at any time. So we gonna go out there and we gonna be
saying
fighting.
that he won't say people's names? He on some Skip Bayless shit?
He hasn't said not one Giants player name to any interview or any media thing. He's not said one player name. You know what I mean?
26.
So yeah, no, not even 26. He's like, we just got a bunch of players. You know what I mean? We evaluating them. So we're gonna see what we become. But hey,
I don't know. That's
we
scary
got
a little bit.
listen. We got Jason Garrett, man. You know what I mean? Like we got the ace in the hole.
Yeah, he's
I
amazing.
guarantee you, on here we are gonna win. We are gonna win at least one. But nah, man, to be
At
real,
least one what?
At least one game against. And we're gonna go 1-1 against the Cowboys.
Oh, against the Cowboys.
Yeah, but to be real, I mean, come on, man. The Cowboys, top to bottom, they got a stacked team, man. I mean,
You really feel like they got a stacked team, top to bottom?
no. I mean, not stacked, but like they already had key pieces. Like you already had a quarterback, you had a running back, you got a receiver, you got a. I mean, Blake Jarwin is a solid tight end. You know what I mean? The offensive line, like one of the greatest. One of the best.
You could
offensive
argue
linemen.
that
I like
they
Michael
have what's the
Gallup,
name
too.
out of his way. The tight end.
Blake Jarwin.
No. Now, what's the name is out of his way?
Oh, Jason Witten.
Yeah, Jason Witten's now out of his way.
He was in his way last year. So it's like then the D line. I mean, you've been paying DeMarcus Lawrence to get at the quarterback. I mean, you know what I mean? The secondary is the problem with the Cowboys. That's if I have one thing to hope on my Giants against the Cowboys, it's like the secondary is a question mark and it's young. I like the players they got in the draft because I do like Trayvon Diggs. I like the safety they got. You know what I mean? They got another cornerback that they also drafted like the 4th and 5th round, and he's good too. So it's like they had if I'm honest, they had an A+ draft. Like
Yeah, I just feel like never and ever have we seen a rookie draft class turn a team into like a dominant team. You know what I mean? Like, and who knows if they have to be dominant just to be the best team in the East. But at the same time, it's like, in reality, you're lucky if one of these guys makes immediate impact. I think, obviously, we know that if you had to pick, you would pick CD. I think they got a good enough corner that it could be that they have two guys making immediate impact. And then really what you get from the rest of them, as far as this year coming, especially when you might not have rookie camps, OTAs, I don't know if we can just be crowning them right now. I honestly have had my eye. I'm not like for real. I've had my eye on the Giants as a team that like should be better next year, and I still think. So how y'all feel about the Eagles with Jalen Hurts though?
I mean, I think that's kind of another situation with the Packers, whereas though the only thing with that situation was though, yeah, Wentz has shown to get hurt, on a few occasions, and you kind of want that guy back there. And also, who knows with Doug Peterson? As far as offensive minds in the league, he's definitely up there. So who knows what he wants to do with Jalen Hurts? Where it could be even a Taysom Hill situation where he comes out there and and have some kind of wildcat type thing formations going on with him. But
I ain't like that pick.
I think that's just exactly what I was going to go into. Is that I think they definitely should have addressed the receiver position, a little bit more early on, and get your boy Carson Wentz some help. Because I think he's the best quarterback in that
But
division.
they did get Jalen Rager. It's just some people don't think that was the guy.
No, it's to go number 2 again. Just like how the Packers did it, you're supposed to go out there and get one of those guys, one of those top tier guys to kind of assist you with putting you over the top. And they won 9 games last year with Deshaun Jackson being hurt, Alshon Jeffrey being hurt.
First quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards, but not have a receiver
catch
4,000.
Yeah, that's just amazing.
You would think that it trips me out that happened.
Yeah,
it should be impossible.
Yeah, so I just think you gotta give Carson some help, man. If that's what especially since that's what you're putting your money into as well.
Yeah, but I think that was a really dumb pick and it makes me feel bad for Jalen Hurts. It's just like
that's the main person.
That man had Tua come in Alabama, take his job. He was shaky though. It wasn't like he didn't deserve to be challenged.
Yeah,
Tua's my man.
And then goes to Oklahoma, really does change his whole draft stock. That's what that move was about. you know, and then he goes to a place where they just now signed a 27-year-old quarterback to a $100 million contract. I mean, he just really has to wait for his contract to be up to get his next shot. And I feel sorry for dude, man. Like, damn, I was really hoping to see him go somewhere where he would get a chance. And if he did have to be somebody's backup, it needed to be Lamar Jackson's. I mean, I just keep it 100. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I'm sorry.
Because also it would have gave him an opportunity. I think you would have seen him on the field, and if he did anything that made a team be like, "Oh, I can bring him in and he could be my Lamar Jackson," that'd be better for him than going to the Eagles and them trying to use him like Taysom Hill. Which I feel like when you watch his tape, that's not what he is though. I think Taysom Hill is quicker, you know.
And Jalen Hill can't throw the ball like Jalen Hurts.
Not right. He's not a true quarterback like Jalen Hurts. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Any team, I know I'm just kind of throwing this at y'all. Is any team whose draft y'all really like though? Like, is it for me, I really like Miami. I'm starting to think like, damn, Wink was saying Miami might be
the team next year.
Might be, you know, on the come up. I'm starting to be like, damn, that might be very, very true. Anybody got a team like that?
Yeah, Miami's draft. I also like the Jets draft. And Minnesota. They're in our division. I think they had a very, very good draft as well. So, with like I said, them getting Justin Jefferson, also going and getting the offensive lineman, you know, and then also going out there and getting some help in the secondary. I'm kind of worried about Minnesota. You know, I've been worried about Minnesota for some time now, but I think they had a really, really good draft. And like I said, the Jets, I think they came out there and also had a good draft. And of course, Tampa.
Any outlier bad drafts if you don't have an outlier good one?
The Green Bay Packers.
I got one more good one. One of the best though, I think they should get an A+ also with the Ravens and the Cowboys is the Colts. I feel like the Colts went out there and they snagged Michael Pittman Jr.
Right before you said it, Pittman came back to me.
Yeah, you put him right aside like T.Y. Hilton, and they went out and got Paris Campbell. They did the trade that they did the one year basically netted them Paris Campbell and Michael Pittman. Like, you know what I mean? That's like wonders. And you go out there and you get Jonathan Taylor to put him alongside Marlon Mack. Like that was a steal. That was a steal.
Yeah, that was a perfect pick. When he went there, I was like, damn. Because I mean, my team is in the AFC, so I was like, damn, dog. Like, I didn't even realize he was still on the board. How they, damn.
Oh yeah, and then they also went out and you know what I mean. You got Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean. Why not take? I don't know about it. I have to see my man though, but they went out and snagged Jacob Eason. He was pretty. You know what I mean. He's a serviceable like project. So it's like they did do some things where you never know.
Yeah. So any parting shots here? Any? I just want to, you know what I mean? Somebody stand on the soapbox if you got something on your mind. Cause
I will say though, my Giants this year, we're gonna shock the world with Joe Judge. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it to the playoffs. You know what I mean? You got, what is it? 7? How many teams making now? 7, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna win that division.
he gonna say how many teams making now,
Automatically.
and then say we're gonna win the division. He didn't want to say we're gonna be the 7th seed. You know what I mean? All right. So going off on that, what's your prediction this year? It don't have to be about your team. Just throw something out there, but it could be about your team.
I think it's gonna be about my team because you know, I'm kind of in a whirlwind and kind of very upset right now. But I predict us still making a splash. You know, I predict us still going out there, probably a 10-win season this year. But I feel like we gonna go out there and make some moves still. I don't think we done. I just can't see us after this draft thinking that's what's gonna do it for us. I'm as a Packer hopeful, and I might be talking crazy or delusional right now, but I just can't see that being it. I just can't see it.
So Wink's prediction for the season: the Giants will win the NFC East, despite the Cowboys having an A+ draft and being a stacked team. They're gonna get it done.
I'm gonna shock the world because of this. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna have this short time. You know what I mean? My boy's gonna gel fast. You know what I mean?
From a completely new system.
Exactly.
Watch.
New coach.
Right. Completely new
system, new
everything.
It's
But
just
we're gonna shock the
work
world.
very well.
While the Cowboys got A+. And
that is a bold statement. The Packers.
You said you wanted to be bold. I don't know how more. bold I can get up that.
The Packers are gonna rise from these so-called ashes people feel like they in. Because at the end of the day, it was still, even if you don't feel like that's what it was, a 13-3 team. It would be crazy to start acting like they would just be sorry next year, though.
Exactly.
It's just the outlook for the future is not improved after this draft unless Jordan Love end up being a true franchise guy. I'm not going to talk about the Ravens. Everybody's talking about our draft already. You know what I mean? I will say, man, I like Patrick Queen. It's stuff I don't like. I watched Ray Lewis my whole, you know what I mean? I watched Ray Lewis's whole career, yo. You know what I mean? Like, middle linebacker means something different to me. You know what I mean? Like, Patrick Queen relates to him as being 6 feet and, like, small. But outside of that, they not the same kind of guy. You know what I mean? So that's my only thing. But my prediction is the Patriots are going to be trash, and they're going to stay trash for a little bit.
I don't know what's up with this Belichick hate with you though. Like the Patriots didn't just lose; they starting quarterback. Like when we're talking, they starting quarterback, and who
name something that they lost or they don't have that's not Belichick's fault though.
It's all been Belichick's fault.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Rob Gronkowski instantly comes out of retirement the second he sees that he don't have to play for him.
Right, it's the Patriot way.
And if the Patriots go out there and they sign Andy Dalton, they're gonna be right back in the playoffs.
If they go out there and they sign Andy Dalton, they still gonna get curb stomped by most of the AFC, dog.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Haven't we seen Andy Dalton be the starting quarterback for like a not so good team? Like, how does that turn out?
And he usually typically had a good defense too in Cincinnati.
That's the thing. When Cincinnati was good, they had a good defense. They had good players around him, and they went to the playoffs a couple times.
Right.
When they have been even average as a roster, he didn't get them over the hump. He just gonna go over to New England because Belichick just works miracles. Although, as I said before, his winning percentage outside of Brady is below average.
You say that, but what's Brady's winning percentage outside of him?
We about to find out, but
You know
the
what I'm
thing
saying?
is, Brady is one of the greatest. Brady is the
That's
greatest
what I
quarterback
don't
of
get,
all
yo.
time.
Right. He is.
don't
But
get it,
that's what I'm saying. The greatest quarterback of all time just left your team, and you think it's a surprise that they're not going to be good.
Nah. I know that's the reason why.
You know what I mean? Like, how good?
And that great quarterback goes to a team where they got 2 Pro Bowlers last year. How much Brady could? It was 2 Pro Bowl receivers.
No, but it don't got nothing to do with Tampa Bay. Because for me, Brady don't have to win another championship for me to feel like he is the catalyst to that.
But Belichick isn't one of the best coaches of all time?
Yeah, because Brady made him so.
Come on, man. You just be disrespecting Belichick.
Nah, man, Brady made Belichick.
Yo, the Patriots have always had a stout defense. Now, 19 years in the league, I think the Patriots have had 16 top 10 defenses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so how do you go out there and say like, oh, that's on Brady? Like,
You can be in the top 10 defensively without being like a dominant defense. They are always competent. You know what I mean? And they always really beat up on bad teams. You know what I mean?
So Brady does, or just the defense?
I'm talking about the defense.
So what does Brady beat up on? Those same bad teams?
Yo,
I'm just saying. I mean, like,
I wouldn't say Brady be beating up on bad teams.
I mean, he's had the Jets, the Dolphins,
he
and
beats
the Bills.
because the thing that makes Brady special is that he will beat a good ass team.
True.
Many good ass teams cannot stop Tom Brady. They might go out there and score on Belichick's defense, like we seen Atlanta do, and Brady went out there and tore Atlanta's ass up. And that's what Brady does. And it's like, even against LA, they was having a good defensive game.
Great defense.
But Brady made the plays that needed to be
But
made.
what was the final score of that game?
It was what, like 10-3 or
10
some
like,
shit?
What do you mean? Like, but later on, Brady did what he needed to do.
difference.
You know what I'm saying? And then even on them early Super Bowls, look, they beat them teams like 20-17. What they lost to y'all, the Giants by like.
Yeah, it was
They weren't exactly an offensive
game.
firepower
Yeah, it
team.
wasn't until
but then when they kind of became that,
Well, then they kind of became what?
Brady truly established himself. I feel like that era where Brady started throwing for 4,000 yards like every year, winning MVPs and stuff after already having all them Super Bowls, that's what cemented him kind of. You know what I mean? And then it was the recent string of more Super Bowls. But like when we got to see Brady with talent, he was good as anybody that we've ever seen.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, it's crazy, like Brady with talent, but like you can have like the Giants, where we have talent on the like Kevin. Don't tell me we have talent on the offense, but the defense we have no talent. Like the Patriots don't have no talent. They might not have no talent on offense, but defensively that is talented. Like This man Belichick last year filled out they were like the number one defense basically all of last year.
They were the number one defense until, and I'm not giving Ravens credit for this, it's just literally what happened. They was the number one defense until they played us, and then they just started to go down from there. Which was early in the season.
This is down, right? Anytime the Patriots team scored over 17, the Patriots lost. Anytime they scored under, they won. So,
because you cannot. That is Belichick's fault. That's team construction. Because the thing is, this is what nobody ever talks about with this team. Like, I hear them on TV saying, why don't they have money to this, and this, and this, and this, right? Because Belichick has been having horrible drafts for the last 5, maybe 6 years, plugging up those positions that they need with free agents, and then signing them and trading them. So they full of dead money, the cap, so they don't have cap space, and they don't have a talented team, and they're not drafting well. The only thing that hides all of those deficiencies is having the best quarterback of all time, or the greatest, because apparently Aaron Rodgers is the best.
You know what I'm saying?
That's from having the GOAT that you hit all that, yo. I don't understand.
But so my whole thing is, like I said, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but what is Bill Belichick? Like, you just poo-pooing him.
No, he's the GOAT coach.
Right.
But he reached GOAT coach status because he drafted Tom Brady in the 6th round. I do not think that Bill Belichick has 6 rings or anything like that without it. He would probably be somewhat similar to his assistants. Like, honestly, he has made extremely arrogant decisions for a long time, ever since he's been in power, that have worked out, and I think Brady helped it too. But constantly just treating players like, it's all about me, and y'all just like chess pieces, and I can trade you, I can release you whenever I want.
But that's business. That's a company.
Brady helps you to be able to do that. There's no way you can be successful without a quarterback like Brady doing shit like that.
Yeah, but I'm not knocking that portion at all. I'm not saying that Belichick got the accolades he had without Brady. My whole thing is that you just act like Brady's the sole reason that they's actually out there winning these games.
I'm saying it's
I know it's other stuff.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Brady is going to Tampa Bay with 2 Pro Bowl receivers on top of all that, and Gronk. You don't
hear me talking about what Tampa Bay is going to be, though.
Okay, so let's
it don't even really have nothing to do with Tampa Bay for me. It's more so just that I think that we're about to see what Bill Belichick is really made of.
But that's what I mean. When you say that, it's the perspective of things. We're going to see Tom Brady go to a team where he's going to.
But he's also 40.
To the playoffs.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, at this stage of his career, we all know, really can't be successful without an extremely good team. That's a big reason why he left, because that's not what the Patriots are anymore.
Yeah. So
even if he loved Belichick, that's a reality. He probably leaves.
I agree with you saying, but the masses will look at it like this next year will be Brady versus Belichick. So regardless,
because it is though.
Yeah, it kind of is. That's what I mean. Yeah, he's already slighted by having no quarter. Like, he doesn't have a quarterback right now. Like, he loses Pro Bowl and you lose a
Tom Brady has the advantage if you're looking at it as
big
advantage
versus
without
a doubt. So anything he does, it'll be like, you do have the advantage. And we probably the only people who are ever going to say that. And everybody else is going to act like it's not a thing. But I just think that because Tom Brady is 40, for me, he doesn't lose this versus battle that's about to happen just because he doesn't get another Super Bowl or something. I think that because Belichick is a coach and he can coach far longer than Brady can play, they can bring him out there in a wheelchair if they really wanted to. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm going to be looking at the rest of his career and be saying if he does not win, it's going to seal it for me. And I don't think he's going to win.
And if he does win, then it'll solidify him even more that he won it with GOAT, and
that is absolute truth.
Without
if that man,
it'll make it look like
if that man go out and win another Super Bowl, discussion is over.
Yeah, I just feel like Belichick is a great coach. I never really had that kind of great coach in Green Bay. Or offensive mind like Josh McDaniels. For the record, Josh McDaniels the only one to interview the Packers.
It's always about what the Packers don't have.
Out there and get Matt LaFleur.
The Packers always don't have something.
I always say, just with that offense they had, give us a little pizzazz, man. Give us a little, get the ball out your hands and two-step drops. Let the receivers do what they do. we always was this West Coast spread them out all the way downfield type of team where Aaron Rodgers had to, you know. You said what?
But that's what people like. That's what you like.
No, I like Josh McDaniels.
That's what made that's what made it so fun to watch.
I like Josh
Look at the
McDaniels.
flick of the wrist. Look, he said that's what made him the best of all time.
He is.
Him winning against bad throws and stuff like that.
He is though. He is. However, you can also carry the offense to assist with him, and that's why you know, like Wink
What
said,
if that's not what he wanted? What if he just liked to roam and wait for the big play? That's his style.
Mike McCarthy, I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
I think that's his style.
There's reports where he wanted to change things up and make things more, you know, quick. You know, the Sean McVays, the Kyle Shanahans.
I'm sure he would have liked those options.
The Josh McDaniels, who I love so
But
much.
I think even if you gave him them options, especially when he was younger and less injured, it's like, okay, I like the option. Thank you for giving me the option. But this ball going 30, 40 yards down this field still.
Yeah,
That nigga do it.
he can.
Right.
He can do it.
That's
man.
what that's yeah, but hey man, with all that being said, we want to thank y'all for being back again. We were just having fun, you know, freestyling with y'all, talking about our teams and stuff like that. After this draft, we thank y'all for listening. The subscribers are growing, and we really do appreciate all the love, man. We hope that y'all have fun listening to us and that y'all being safe out here. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, we signing off.
It's your boy Wink.
Hey, y'all be safe out here, man. It's your boy Devin, man. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.